Okay, hi everybody, and welcome to today's call. This is an exciting call for me, and it's a pleasure to have you all here again with me. It really has been a while since my last call with the community, so it's great to be back. And thanks to Clint, who's been handling the weekly webinars that we've been holding every Wednesday. It's been fantastic to have him on board and really keep that consistency with you guys. And now I'm back in the seat here. We've got an exciting announcement for you today, and really something that is so true to my passion with Asimi and hash and ad space. Really something that I have been working towards since the beginning of this business. And I think that you're really going to appreciate as well just how powerful this is going to be, not only for the participants of meeting, ad views, advertisers, basically no matter what it is that you're doing with hash and ad space, whatever your goals are for hash and ad space. I think it's going to really serve everyone that is here. And I really believe that it's a really powerful evolution that will propel us into the future, something that is going to set us up for decades to come. We're going to go through all of this. So I want to start the call today with some gratitude and really thank you for being here and being a community member in hash and ad space. This business is all about the community. It's all about everyone doing their part within our business model here that we have. Like I just mentioned, the people that are earning Asimi watching ads, the people that maybe are affiliates, the people that are advertising. Everyone contributes to our economy, and that's what makes our ecosystem work. And we really genuinely could never have done it without you. So a massive sort of thank you coming from me for your support now and since the beginning, whether you started with us right back then nearly 2 years ago, or if you're a new member to hash and ad space. I do appreciate you being here and really running on this journey with us, because we're building something that is very unique. We've built it from the ground up, and I truly do appreciate every one of you for being here. So I want to also say that this is a quick call, okay? So we're going to move through these slides reasonably quickly. We're going to talk about this new concept that we're planning to introduce, some of the major benefits of why I think it's fantastic, and also how you can have your say. So we want to give this back to you guys, back to the community, to have your say on these changes before we finalize them, because you never really know who's going to have the best idea. You never know, what everyone collectively is thinking. And so we're going to open up the floor, not on this particular call, but I'm going to show you how you can really get involved with this new process and tell us what you think about it. So we're going to go through all of that. And like I said, I'm very, very excited to do it. Now, I am going to open up the questions and answers. I'll just enable that. So now, if you have any questions, you can type them in, put a question mark at the end of your sentence, and I'll get to those questions at the end of the call. So let's get right into it. So look, since the beginning of hash and ad space in Asimi, it has all been about this focus on the future. How do we build a remarkable economy? And what we have been set out to do, our primary goal, is to build a powerful system that people can help make themselves make money from home, no matter what that means for them, if it's an advertiser, affiliate, or watching ads and just earning simply, for decades to come. So not a business that is here today, gone tomorrow, but something that people can rely on and that continues to be here, that people can commit to and build a business for themselves within the hash and ad space platform. Now, since this was a new concept and we built it from the ground up, here we are almost 2 years later with the benefit of hindsight. And what that has done for us is it's allowed us to reflect on some of our strengths, some of our weaknesses, where we could improve, and what we could do to really set this business up for the decades to come in a more effective and a better way. And so one of the primary aspects to hash and ad space is the minting process. As you know, that's how Asimi is created. That's how it is added into circulating supply so people can use it to buy goods and services. And so this update is all about improving that minting process. It's going to improve the system itself and also the member experience. So if you're a minter or you've been thinking about how you might get involved with minting and how you can get your hands on these thousands of Asimi tokens that minters are earning every day, this is going to be really appealing to you. On top of that, it really sets in stone the earnings for the minters and the growth for the advertising sales for years to come. Now, why that's so important, as we know, we have to have both of those aspects to this business to create true demand for the token through advertising sales and also create the token in the first place through minting. And so this, again, this concept really is designed to really make that better than it has ever been, and with a focus on also allowing Asimi minting to be more accessible for all community members. Now, at this time, I just want to say that this new concept will not disadvantage existing minters or anyone that wants to start minting today, or if you're staking right now, you won't be disadvantaged. It's a new concept that we will transition into, and you'll have the same ability to mint and continue minting, and you can of course be minting right now and all the way up until we finalize the changes and then implement them. So the goals of this new minting system is really refining the Asimi ad minting system with the following goals, which is easing the access for minters, reducing the workload for minters, reducing restrictions overall, increasing the confidence and security and the control for minters, increasing audience and engagement for advertisers, decentralization, and to make Asimi great. That's really our goals for this new system, and what we are really, I would say, focused on encompassing all of these to build something that we believe is going to really be very exciting for everyone. I'm very excited about it because I know just how easy it's going to be now for people to really start with hashing ad space, get involved, earn some of those thousands of Asimi tokens with a lot more confidence, a lot more security, and we're going to go through it in a moment, but really it's going to set us apart from all of the other businesses out there. And the reason I say that is one of the primary changes here will allow you to participate in minting without ever having to surrender or send or deposit any funds, any Asimi, or anything to Hash in Ad Space. And this sets us apart from every other make money online business out there in the world today, where almost 100% of any other business, you have to send them funds, right? You have to deposit funds and then get them back out. And that's been the case with Hash in Ad Space as well. And so this major change is completely removing that. And what that will do is, one, like I said, set us apart completely, and two, make it very comfortable and very confident for the people that want to earn and mint Asimi tokens without ever having to risk their own tokens in the first place. So it's very, very, very exciting. I'll just move to the next step here. So the proposed updates that we have, and like I said, I'm moving through this pretty quickly, and we're going to open the floor for everyone to be able to comment. But the proposed updates are a lower barrier of entry. So it will take less funds or less Asimi tokens to be able to participate in minting. Complete control over your Asimi tokens, so you never surrender them to us. You never have to send them to Hash in Ad Space. Now we act with integrity always. We're not here to take anyone's Asimi tokens, and of course we always pay the stakes back, and that's always been the case. But I know that for a lot of people, there's always that question, who is Hash in Ad Space, particularly if you're new. Who is Luke? Who is Hash in Ad Space? Can I send them my Asimi tokens? Am I going to get it back? Do they pay withdrawals? They're the types of questions that members often have around in their head. And so we're completely removing that. There's no stake period necessary. The percentage-based reward system, reduced ad view requirement, increased audience size for advertisers, and a dynamic system based on company growth and progress. All of these are the result of that hindsight that I mentioned at the start of this call. So all of this, we've been able to identify some of our strengths and weaknesses, like I said, and come up with a system that really just removes those weaknesses and emphasize the strengths and really encourage that section of the minting. And I think that what we've seen over not only the minter stake, but also the login stake is a stark difference, in my opinion, on the the ease of access, the ease of participation, and also the advertising results. What I love about the login ad and the login stake is it's our most popular advertising product. And it's our most popular advertising product because not because a member necessarily needed to stake $100 worth of Asimi to get into it, but they just had to stake something, one Asimi token. And as a result, that really speaks volumes about the person that is viewing your ad. We know that they're engaged, that they're active in the community, that they're interested in cryptocurrency, that they're logging into the business on this given day. And so that data has really enabled us to see the strength in just that fact alone, and the fact that it's in a lot of ways not so necessary to have a high barrier of entry for people to get involved in staking. And so it's very, it was enlightening, I would say, looking back at all of our past data and being able to really clearly identify what it is that our members are interested in, what you guys are interested in, what is it that the community, what do they, what do you really take action on, and what makes you happy. Okay, we're listening to everyone's feedback, and what on our suggestions board, what are most people commenting on. We've taken all of that into consideration and tried to pour it into this new concept. So I would say the number one most exciting aspect to this is that, on the next slide here, is that you remain in complete control over your Asimi. Now, during these slides, you've probably noticed on the right-hand side, we have own, earn, and prosper, right? And instead of stake, earn, and prosper, it's own. And the reason is that with this new proposed change, you no longer will have to stake your Asimi tokens. You no longer have to send them to Hashing Ad Space, as we've talked about. And you can see the illustration right here. So over on the left, Hashing Ad Space, we're still there as a business. You can still purchase advertising. Our advertisers will purchase advertising. We'll have different services there, of course, still within Hashing Ad Space. That all remains at Hashing Ad Space. However, the new system for minting qualification will be moved outside of Hashing Ad Space, where a person who simply owns Asimi tokens can have them on their own Waves wallet under their own control. You never have to reveal any, personal details about that. That's completely under your own personal control. They're your funds, they're your Asimi tokens. You can move them in, out, do whatever you want with those. Buy, sell, move them back to your bank. It doesn't matter. That's all under your control. But at the same time, if you own Asimi tokens on a wallet where you say, hey, this is my wallet and these are my Asimi tokens, then you can mint new Asimi tokens as a result. So this will give you complete and ultimate control over your Asimi tokens, plus these earnings that will get paid to your wallet just as a result of being an Asimi owner. And I think that that's probably one of the biggest differences between what we have now, which is staking, which has a term, of course, of 1 year. And also you have to have this certain amount and you have to deposit it into Hashing Ad Space and then withdraw. All of that will be removed. And ultimately, we're just going to enable people to mint new Asimi tokens if they own Asimi tokens themselves. So it's a very, very exciting change and something that I truly believe the benefits of the confidence in what people will have, the ease of access to get involved, it's going to mean really great things for our entire economy. And I hope that you also see just how exciting this can be without those restrictions in place, without the withdrawal fees, for instance, okay? All of it right there in your own personal wallet that you control. It's very, very exciting. And like I said, something that really sets us apart from all the other businesses out there where all you have to do is own Asimi tokens to participate and you can get your share of earning that 17,438 tokens that we're minting every single day. And very, very, very exciting development for our entire system. So now these are the proposed changes. This is our new concept. And what we really want to know is how you guys feel about it and if you have any ideas. And so on top of what we've already talked about, or as well as we really want to invite everyone on a new voting board, similar to our suggestions board. You'll see it there. That's the where we may put it in Facebook as well, but at the moment I'm going to try and just keep it on that suggestions board, and you can have your say about whether you like the changes. Maybe you think we should do something slightly different. So we're going to be talking about that lower barrier of entry for minting, the complete control over your Asimi in your own wallet, the reduced ad view requirement for minting. So we're trying to scale down how many ads you need to view in order to qualify. A new prize pool that we have proposed, commissions and minting rates, plus a lot more will all be laid out for you to be able to comment on these different aspects and really see. We want to see how you guys feel about it. You can vote on it, and then at the end of that time, then we're going to finalize the concept and then implement it. So very, very, very big changes in a very exciting manner that is really set to set this business up, not just for now, but for decades to come. Because once these changes are in place, you can continue to mint. Our minters can continue to earn more Asimi tokens every single day, independently, decentralized, truly having your own tokens on your own wallet. Now, this is even more beneficial than, say, smart contracts, because a smart contract, even though it's maybe an automated process, you still have to surrender your tokens, and then you might get them back at the end of the term or whatever the smart contract rules are. That said, this is even better than that, where you really truly have complete control over your tokens at all times, and you never have to move them out of your own wallet. Again, I want to say thank you, because your support really does matter. And if there's one thing I'd really like to get out of this video, is that you go out there and you share this with your teams and with the people that you know are involved with hashing ad space in Asimi. We really want to get this message across that this is the new direction, and we want to hear about what everyone thinks. And so we want those suggestions to come back. And we really, if there's one thing from this video to take away, would be to help us share this message, share the video with the people that you know, and share it with your teams and email lists. We've come a long way thanks to this community. And I want to say one more thing, is that we are halfway through our first 4 years. And now is the best time to be earning as much Asimi tokens as you possibly can, because, as you know, our minting schedule halves at 4 years. And so right now, you literally have 2 years left to get the maximum amount of Asimi that you possibly can. And so I really want to encourage people to take massive action, because I know that what we're building is for decades to come. And if you take massive action now, it could mean really, really amazing things for you in the future. So again, I think share this video, share the news that we have, and get active in the community, because I know you guys are active. I know the people that I'm talking to right now on this call, I know you're here and you're active and you're engaged with us. And it's so great to see you guys here and those familiar faces again, and the new members as well. We really want to make sure that we grow this out to everyone that has ever participated, because this is a huge opportunity now for a life-changing, and with this system change, where people can make the most of Asimi, make the most of hashing ad space with complete control. And I think, again, it's really going to make us stand out from all of the other businesses, and so truly aligned to our mission, which is to give control to the community, to give the options to the community, and to really let this business grow with the economy based on our advertising sales, our minting, and remove a lot of those restrictions that we've had to put in place throughout the years while we grew this, while we developed this entire system and idea. You know, we had to really try and make sure it was secure, make sure it was safe, make sure it was fair for everyone. And now, 2 years on, with that benefit of hindsight that I've talked about, we've been able to see exactly what it is that we can do to propel this business into the decades to come, to make it truly great. And it's very, very exciting. So that is, in fact, the end of this video presentation. I'm going to go to some of your questions now. I won't be able to answer too many specifics surrounding what the exact changes are, because like I said, we're going to allow you guys to contribute to that conversation on our suggestions board, and then we will go from there. So I'm going to have a look at some of the Q&A that have already come in. Let me just start here. Okay, so Marcus, thanks for your comment. So the 1 year period kept the token locked away, restricted supply and support price. Do you think price could be affected by not having the token locked away? What I would actually look, exactly what you have said there, I think is probably a lot of the general consensus, particularly even when we were launching the business, that this sort of staking period was helpful for maybe stabilizing some volatility in price. Past history has told us that that wasn't true, and that's not actually how it played out. And what we can see now is that the lock of the token doesn't really help Asimi, but what it does do is it discourages new staking. It discourages a bigger audience for our advertising to sell more. And that lack of potential confidence saying, do I need to surrender my Asimi tokens to a company, albeit the fact that we do act with integrity and we do return all of those tokens, of course, but still that's going to be a question for people. And so what we're looking at now is that I truly believe actually the opposite to what you're saying there will be true, and the increase in activity, the increase in staking or lack of staking or holding or owning Asimi, that confidence, that increase in confidence is going to allow people to be more active. And I think that there's also another side here too, is the amount of work that was required. So for some people, watching 100 ads a day is too many, or 500 ads a day is the maximum, it's too many. And so that increased workload, what we've seen is it's also not helping people really get right into it. And so this way is going to allow a lot more Asimi to be used, and also less work. I think we're going to see the opposite there, Marcus, where we're going to see a very buoyant price as a result of the changes. So I hope that answers your question. And you've just got a follow-up question here, Marcus, which I'll answer. Less Asimi required to mint. This will overall reduce the quality of the buyer traffic. This was, again, I think, we're on exactly the same page in the original concept a couple of years ago. What we've also found here is that the quality of the traffic is actually better in the login stake ad. So what we're seeing there is that it's not so much about the $100 worth of Asimi stake that is creating that higher ad view value. What we're seeing is a bigger audience that is more active, maybe more more new members, more new stakers is what the term is before, but new people that are holding their Asimi or owning their Asimi and getting active. I think that what you'll see is that the admin to advertising product, we have some other ideas too to improve the display of some of the admin to advertising product to bring in some really cool features, but that's kind of a different project to bring that in after this change. But I think that what you'll see is actually more interaction, and there will still be a minimum there. So it's not the same as the login stake, which only takes one Asimi. There will still be a minimum, and I think you'll see that increased membership of people that are minting is going to improve your advertising results considerably. Hope that again answers your question. I've got a third one here from you, Marcus, so I'll quickly answer this for you. But yeah, look, it is on the horizon. So we're nearly halfway through the first 4-year period. So there's what I really like about this model, to be honest. What I love about Asimi and the way that we're minting it and following that Bitcoin sort of halving schedule is that people that are here now have this opportunity to earn enormous amounts of Asimi tokens. There's so many Asimi tokens that are available to be earned right now that people that have stuck it out through the last 2 years with us as we've grown and evolved, they're sitting on huge amounts of Asimi, and congratulations for doing that, because what it has meant is that your commitment is going to be rewarded based on the fact that with maybe a lower Asimi token price and these higher minting earnings gives the opportunity just to really load your wallet with tokens. I mean, our top affiliate earning over 50,000 Asimi tokens in commissions just last month, over 50,000 Asimi tokens in 1 month. And that's not unusual for them. So that is a result of the lower token price, because with a lower token price, if you can imagine an advertiser that wants to come and spend $1,000 on one of our big products there, that advertiser, they're not thinking about the price of Asimi tokens. That's not relevant to them. They're thinking about that it's $1,000. It doesn't matter if that's dollars, Bitcoin. It doesn't matter, because they take $1,000 and they get the advertising product. But because the Asimi token price is low, it means a huge amount of Asimi tokens. And so people that are promoting those products right now are really gaining enormous amounts of Asimi because of that lower conversion. And this high minting rate that we have right now, it's just a recipe for really setting yourself up. And that's why I was trying to, kind of encourage people that are trying to get started to really take a lot of action right now, why we have that high amount of Asimi being paid every day. Okay, I'll go to the next question. Hopefully that answers your questions. You're a newbie, so you don't know what is Asimi. Asimi is our token within Hashing Space. That's what you earn. So you could log in today if you like, go to the View to Earn system and start earning Asimi tokens. That is really a lot of the basis for our entire model. There's some getting started videos that you can check out. Go log into Hashing Space. You'll see the getting started guide. You'll see the View to Earn system, so you can watch the videos, learn about Asimi, learn about Hashing Space, and learn about how you can earn it. Next question, hope that answers your question there. Joss, the next question, are we burning Asimi? Yes, we are still burning Asimi. There's going to be a scheduled burn. We're just talking about that today, earlier on our team call. So next week, there's going to be a burning of Asimi, also in combination with next week's webinar. So that will be exciting. If I just come down. Colin, the main point, are we taking away staking? Essentially what we're doing is we're removing the requirement to stake Asimi tokens, or to put Asimi tokens at stake or on hold. And we're introducing an ability just to verify people based on how many Asimi tokens they own. So instead of having to hold your Asimi tokens over a set period that we determine, instead, people will be able to own Asimi tokens, and through that ownership that has really nothing to do with Hashing Space, you own your Asimi tokens independently on your own Waves wallet, that will be able to be verified and then give you a minting limit where you can then come and watch ads and earn in the ad minter. So that will be a little more clear in the suggestions board, so you can see exactly how it's laid out. But I hope that is a clarification there for you. Realistically, what we've looked at is some other models as well. In the community, in the crypto community, when we look around at some other models, I think some of the most successful staking models do not require a minimum hold. A lot of the most successful staking models allow full flexibility for the staker, and you can stake one day and unstake the next day, or even unstake the same day if you choose to. And I think that increased confidence is actually what inspires people to get started in the first place, because there's no real commitment. And I know that that's going to happen here with the minter as well, because at the moment, so maybe someone's on the fence about minting. They're thinking, oh, do I get $100 worth of Asimi and then stake it and then mint it? I'm sort of committed for a whole year, okay? And so I really do see, I feel those hesitations with some of the community. And I think this really removes all of that. And it's not just based on it's not just based on an idea, guys. This is truly based on the last 2 years of data, assessing how things have been going. Where do we see the most activity? Where do we see the most engagement? What are people interested in? What do they do? What does everyone do? What do we all do online? And that can only be told with past history. Okay, we can't just come up with that at the start, as you guys know. So really, we're basing it on that, and we're basing it on what some of the other models out there do. And I think that it's really going to be a winning strategy. So hopefully that answers your question there. Colin, when will the changes be implemented? So what we're hoping to do is we're going to open up the floor for comments and suggestions, depending on how long that takes, maybe till we sort of all on the same page. Then I think we will start the development process, and this year. Okay, so it's simply put, I'm really hoping that we roll it out this year. So and hopefully the sooner the better. I really do feel very passionately about just how beneficial this is going to be for everyone. Hopefully that answers your question there. Do we need to invest money in hashing ad space? I think maybe is your question there. So there's two parts to that. The first answer is no, you don't have to invest any money to earn. Go to the view to earn system. You can start watching ads and earn Asimi tokens immediately as a result of that. Again, go through the Getting Started guide for the full rundown on how you can participate. And you can also, if you're interested in affiliate marketing, you can also earn commissions. You don't have to spend anything. The minting process has a requirement that you stake your Asimi tokens first. And so if you don't have any Asimi tokens, then you may need to go and exchange some Bitcoin for Asimi tokens if you really wanted to get into minting. The new system will be similar in that you will need some Asimi tokens in order to participate in minting, but it's going to be far more freed, as in you'll have a lot more control over it, as we've been talking about. Marcus has just said thanks for the answers. No problem, Marcus. Brian, I'll just put this up. The new system proposal is more akin to masternode setup. So I guess in some ways what you're saying is that you can it is in that it's going to be based on the amount of Asimi that you own. It's more of a percentage basis instead of the quantity of stakes, if you will. So it's more how much Asimi you have compared to all of the Asimi that is involved with the minter, similar to how the login stake works. The difference is that, of course, the master node is kind of running a computer. You won't have to be doing that. It's just that you simply own Asimi tokens. And if you own Asimi tokens, you can have the benefit to mint more new Asimi tokens. Hope that answers your question there, Brian. What will happen to the currently staked coins? Yes, of course, if you have stakes now, of course, you get all of your stake back as we move across. Like I said, you won't be disadvantaged at all. Every Asimi that you own still remains yours. One of the nice things is that you'll be able to move it out of hashing ad space and move it into your own wallet, and then still have that same benefit to be able to go and mint, but you won't need to leave your tokens in hashing ad space anymore. So all of your stake will be returned to you, okay? So that's any unpaid return of stake that maybe is an existing or that still is to be paid over the next term. That will all be returned, of course, and including all of your earnings and everything like that. So like I said, there won't be any disadvantage, and it'll only be as we start to roll it out. We'll have some more specifics on how you can do it. Like we really want to make sure we look after you guys and all of the minters and everyone that's been supporting the system. So don't think that we're just going to leave you dry or anything like that. All of your Asimi tokens, of course, they remain yours. They'll be returned to you, and then you can use them in the new system and continue minting that way. Hope that answers your question. I like the new move, but we will earn more or less with the new model of holding Asimi. That really remains to be seen, Colin. And I think that there's a couple. I would say that there's probably two contributing factors to when you say earn more. One is more Asimi tokens themselves, and one is more Asimi tokens or more value because the value of Asimi tokens is worth more. And I think that what I would hope that this new model does is really increases value, so that you end up with more sort of money, if you will. So if you wanted to then exchange your Asimi tokens, ultimately you would be earning more from the minting process. That's the goal. We really want to increase the value for Asimi tokens. We have sort of that estimated value that we've had since the very start, and we're working hard to have Asimi trade at that value. I mean, that's basically, you know, what the goal has been since the beginning. So this is one of the changes that we're going to be implementing that we see will have a positive effect in that regard. The amount of Asimi tokens, I mean, there's a lot of Asimi tokens being minted, Colin, and I don't know exactly what your particular holdings are, but what I would know is this. There's some people here that maybe are staking, but also just have a lot of Asimi tokens sitting on their wallet, and they're not necessarily using them. So they could put them to work, if you will, by just holding them in their wallet and saying, I'm an Asimi owner. And as an Asimi owner, I can go and mint. If I choose to, I can go and mint some new Asimi tokens any day that I choose to, because I'm an Asimi owner and I'm qualified there as an Asimi owner. And so I have my wallet, I have my tokens, and I can go and earn more tokens. So I would say that it's probably going to increase interest, which may change the amount of Asimi that people earn. But also, Colin, we're going to be reducing the ad view requirement, meaning you will earn more. If all things being equal, you'll earn more Asimi per ad view. But again, it's completely dependent on how much participation there is, how many people are minting for that day, how much Asimi token is, you know, on people's wallets, and how much they own. Hope that answers your question. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Got another question here. Oh, good one, Joss. Yep, I love the surveys too. We've got Survey Thursday coming up again on Thursday, so some more high payments there as well. It's great, great way to get income doing the surveys. So you'll be rewarded for holding Asimi. Does not matter if it is in Hash or Waves wallet. Exactly, Colin. So it will be in your Waves wallet. It's completely decentralized in it. So you'll be rewarded by completing your minting. Okay, let's not confuse that. So you have to mint in order to earn, of course. It's not just because you have Asimi tokens. So, but because you have Asimi tokens, you'll be qualified for minting. So that will be sitting in your own Waves wallet where you control your private keys. And what I love about the Waves wallet is that you do control your private keys. It's decentralized already. So you have your own wallet. It's very secure. It's very stable. It's very low fees. You keep your Asimi tokens in there, in that wallet. And because your Asimi tokens are just sitting there as you would have anyway under your control, then that gives you the ability to go and then mint in Hashing Ad Space on the Hashing Ad Space website still. And then your earnings will actually be paid back to your Waves wallet, which is also an exciting feature there, because it will allow you to potentially mint more just because your earnings are being sort of distributed back to your Waves wallet. Decentralizes the process, removes people's hesitations about, you know, giving their Asimi tokens to Hashing Ad Space. You get to keep them on your own wallet, and I think, yeah, I'm really excited about it. It truly is something that I've been passionate about since the very, very beginning of Hashing Ad Space, because it really moves us to a position where the community does own all of your tokens. They're sitting on your wallet. You've got complete control over them. You can buy, sell, trade, use them for purchases on Hashing Ad Space or other businesses, or you can have them in your wallet and then get the benefit of minting your Asimi tokens. So really very exciting. I know I've probably said the word exciting 1,000 times already on this call, but I truly am very passionate about it. So I hope that you guys can see that as well. Moses, let me just put this up. This webinar recorded for those that couldn't make it. Yes, this webinar has been recorded, so I'll be posting that later today, and I'll send that out to everyone so you can watch it in full if you've just come in late. So hope that is helpful as well. And I think we've actually just arrived at the bottom of the chat window here, guys. So thanks so much for all of your questions, and thanks so much for being on the call today with me. Like I said, I truly appreciate everyone that is here and all of your participation and being involved in this economy, in this community. I'll say it again that really my goal for this is to get community engagement and to have you guys have your say about these changes, because that's important to me. So please go out and share this with your teams. Make sure that they watch it, they see what's coming, and they see just how they can get involved. Maybe people that are sitting on the fence with minting. Because remember too, if you are an affiliate, then you'll still be earning commissions, guys. Even with this new model, from people that are minting Asimi tokens, you can earn commissions. That's really very powerful for that as well. So that is... Oh, I've got another question. I'll just quickly get to this question, guys. Even being standards, if I reach 100, could I already charge them in waves or currency to another currency? Yeah, so if you, so David, I'm not 100% sure, but I think you're talking about converting Asimi tokens into maybe Bitcoin or Ethereum. You can do that on the Waves exchange without restrictions. And one of the nice things is you'll be able to do that without even having to withdraw from hashing out space. It will already be in your wallet. And so it gives you that complete ultimate flexibility there with the new changes as well. So that will be very good. Let me just, sorry, I've got one more question. Yeah, that's right, Moses. You will be able to share this video. I'm going to load it up. It will be in the Hashing Out Space Getting Started guide under the latest webinar recording, and I'll load it there and I'll send a link out in the email. So keep an eye out for that email. Okay, look, that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. So thanks again, everyone, for being here, and I appreciate it. If I look forward to hearing your comments in the chat that we have for this new system, and I will see you the next time that I have a webinar. Thanks again for being here. Luke here, and have a great day.